Hello, my name is Faizan and our topic for video presentation is self-driving car. My teammates are Akash Tripathi and Bhavya Malik. I will explain a paper comparing A-star algorithm for search and rescue using a self-driving car in a maze. Let me walk you through the abstract now. Robots can be widely used to fulfill the task of search and rescue trapped persons in some dangerous situations, which can be abstracted as a maze. Three A-star algorithms are studied in this paper to compare the maze searching capacity and efficiency of the different heuristic functions, and the depth-first search algorithm, which has no heuristic information, is also adopted as a benchmark to judge the usefulness of the three heuristic functions of A-star algorithm. Experiments validated that the usefulness of heuristic function with the results that the A-star algorithm outperforms the depth-first search algorithm in most cases, and the A-star algorithm with the Euclidean distance from the farther point of current point to the target point included in the heuristic function shows the best performance. The experimental setup. When a real robot is sent on a mission of search and rescue in a real situation, it may be equipped with some instruments that can detect some signals of rescuee. For example, the live detecting radar may be equipped on rescue robots to detect the victims and survivors in the debris of earthquake. At the same time, the survivors trapped in the ruins may also send some signals to ask for help. For example, miners trapped in a collapsed mine may ask for help by knocking the steel pipe or the wall. These signals are very helpful heuristic information that can guide the robot rescuer to find the location of the rescuee. But because of the complexity of the rescue environment as well as the precision of the equipment, there are no doubt a lot of noises in the signals that the robot detects. And as a result, the robot rescuer can't get a precise location but an approximate heuristic information of the orientation of the rescuee. Generally speaking, the farther the distance between the robot and the target, the more uncertainty the heuristic information has, and vice versa. Therefore, we introduce some deviations of target points orientation information in the heuristic function of A star in the simulations, and the deviations are computed as follows. Here, xt comma yt is the actual coordinate of the target in the maze, and x bar t and y bar t is the detected coordinates of the target in the maze, and delta x and delta y are the errors caused by both the maze and the environment and the equipments, as stated before. In the previous equation number 2, k is a weight, L is the Euclidean distance from the starting point to the target point, L is the Euclidean distance from the current point x comma y to the target point, ran minus 1 comma 1 is a random number generator between minus 1 and 1. Also in this experiment, the value of k is set at 40, the coordinate of start point is 0, 0 and the coordinate of the target point is 24, 24. xs, ys is the start point. Now, the math behind A star. Three A-star algorithms with different heuristic functions are adopted in this experiment to compare their maze searching capacity and efficiency. We name them A-star 1, A-star 2 and A-star 3 respectively. The evaluation of A-star 1. F1i equals to G1i plus H1i. Here, I is the current position of the robot in the maze. G1i denotes the path cost function from the start point to the current position I, and the heuristic function hi is the Euclidean distance from the current point I to the target point. The evaluation function of A star 2, f2i equal to g2i plus h2i plus h2j, where j is the farther point of current point, h2j is the Euclidean distance from the farther point of current point to the target point. This term is added to the farther point for improving the search speed because it reduces the number of nodes. For the evaluation of function A star 3, f3i equals to g3i plus s3i is used, where s3i is omega 1 L upon L plus omega 2 theta by alpha, where omega 1 and omega 2 are weights. Theta is the angle between the line from current point to the target point and the horizontal line illuminated in the figure in the next page. Alpha is the angle between the line from the starting point to the target point and the horizontal line. They are graphically illuminated in the figure in the next page. Here we are taking omega as 0.55 and omega 2 as 0.45 in the experiment. The depth-first search algorithm is adopted as a benchmark in the experiment. The depth-first search algorithm is basically the A-star pathfinding algorithm without a heuristic. So all movement is given equal weight and in a fixed sequence. Therefore, we can judge the usefulness of the heuristic functions of A-star algorithms in the maze searching application. Because the searching efficiency or search time is the first concern in the search and rescue application, the default search algorithm will be stopped as soon as it hits the target point the first time in the experiment. Let's go through the plots of the that were produced after running simulations on different mazes and using different algorithms. The first plot is for A star 1. The second plot is for A star 2. The third plot is for A star 3, and finally the last plot is for DFS. The conclusions from the graph we saw previously are that the A-star algorithm outperforms the depth first search in most mazes. These results validated that the heuristic information is very useful in maze searching, and an algorithm with heuristic information will usually perform better than the one without heuristic information. Also, we concluded that A-star 3 that employed a heuristic function with angle and distance has not been demonstrated well in this experiment. The reason is, in these experiments we have error deviations not only in distance but also an angle, so the A star 3 algorithm has no advantage in this searching. Throughout the experiment, this article compared searching applications in unknown mazes of A star algorithm and depth first search algorithm and applications of three types of A star algorithms with different heuristic functions. 10 mazes are all perfect mazes. The result through the experiments and their comparisons show that generally in an unknown maze, A-star algorithm is better than depth first search algorithm in searching. However, when the heuristic functions are different, searching results are also different. From the above results, A-star 2 gets the best searching path, then A-star 1 and A-star 3. Depth first search algorithm is a blind when it searches in an unknown maze. The A-star algorithm can during searching judge the movement of target point by referring heuristic information. It does not need to thumb through the map, so that the calculating complexity is relatively simple and effective fast searching can be achieved. That's all from my end. The next paper will be explained by Akash Tripathi and Bhavya Malik. Thank you.
Hi, this is Bhavya Malik, 20ME315. Welcome to Autonomous Driving Approaches. Most computer vision systems for vehicle guidance developed in the past were designed for the comparatively simple highway scenario. Autonomous driving in the much more complex scenario of urban traffic or driver assistance systems like intelligent stop and go are new challenges, not only from the algorithmic but also from the system architecture point of view. This contribution describes our current work on these topics. It includes the appropriate algorithms as well as approaches to control the various vision modules. Now coming to introduction. Systems for vision-based navigation in the early 80s were based on the experience gained from static image processing. Since little computational power was available that time, it was common to take a picture, analyze it, and drive some distance in a blind fashion before the vehicle was stopped again for the next picture. A large number of vision systems for lateral and longitudinal vehicle guidance, lane departure, warning, and collision avoidance has been developed during the last 10 years all over the world. Most of the known autonomous demonstrators have been designed for highway traffic. Since this scenario is relatively simple, lanes are usually well marked and built with lowly changing curvature, traffic signs are large and clearly visible, and other vehicles are the only potential obstacles that need to be considered. A vision system would be even more attractive for future customers if its use were not limited to highway-like roads but were also extended to support the driver in everyday traffic situations, including city traffic. Consequently, future computer vision research for traffic applications will have to consider a much wider range of situations than it does today. Particularly attractive for driver assistance is the urban traffic environment. Imagine an intelligent stop-and-go system that is able to behave like a human driver. It does not only keep the distance to its leader constant, as a radar-based system will do, but also follows the leader laterally. Coming to autonomous vehicle model, the most important perception tasks that have to be performed in order to build such systems are: the leading vehicle must be detected and its distance, speed and acceleration must be estimated in longitudinal and lateral direction. The course of the lane must be extracted even if it is not given by well-painted markings and does not show claudodial geometry. Small traffic signs and traffic lights have to be detected and recognized in a highly colored environment. Different additional traffic participants like bicyclists or pedestrians must be detected and classified. Stationary obstacles that limit the available free space, for example parking cars, must be detected. Coming to urban applications and vision tasks, the goal is to detect an appropriate leading vehicle and to signal the driver that the system is ready for autonomous following. It will be his responsibility to activate the system. If it cannot continue to follow the leader, for example, since he is changing the lane, the system shall be allowed to drive a limited distance in autonomous mode, searching for a new leader before the control of the vehicle is turned over to the driver again. Control will also be given back if the vehicle has to stop in front of a stop sign or if it is the first vehicle in front of a red traffic light. From here on, Akash Tripathi will take on.
Stereo-based obstacle detection and tracking. For navigation in urban traffic, it is necessary to build an internal 3D map of the environment in front of the car. For that, there are various kinds of methods that we use uh, in our autonomous system. One of the method is lane line detection, we in which we locate the lane of the road by detecting the line which are drawn on the road. And for doing that, there is also one method which is grayscale scheme. And in the grayscale scheme, in this scheme, we classify each pixel according to the gray values of its four direct neighbors. It is checked whether each neighbor is much brighter, much darker, or has similar brightness compared to the considered central pixel. If ambiguities occur, the solution giving the smallest disparity, that is, the largest distance, is chosen to overcome this problem. So here I am going to explain this. So this is a diagram which is captured with our camera, and here we have located all the gray pixels, and by capturing these pixels we can detect the road and where we have to drive our car, and it can automatically detect the environment in front of the car. Next is road signs. So to obey the traffic rules, it is important to recognize road signals and signs. Some of the road signals are the shape of triangle, rectangle, pentagon, etc. So here in this figure we can see that these are all the different kinds of road signals that we can see uh, while driving. So the camera will recognize it, and a database organizes all the different types of shapes with respect to their length, orientation, and position, and mutual spatial relations such as parallelism and collinearity. It provides fast filters for these attributes. Arbitrary combinations of properties can be specified to detect possible road structures. Detected lane boundaries are subsequently classified as curves, markings, and clutter by a polynomial classifier. Conclusion. Integrating all these models and features, we can design an autonomous vehicle which can drive automatically without any intervention of the passenger or the driver, and violating the traffic rules and regulations. Some additional features can be added to improve the driving of vehicle. Uh, and following, these are the reference text that we have used these are the references that we have used to create the project. Thank you.